Okay, finally. Yeah, I got it. Okay, let's see. Oh. Okay, hello everyone. How is it going? This is a very late night, early morning show, and just catching up with events that have happened this week, and also events that happened today. I hope everyone had a very good week, and yeah, and a good weekend. That is just starting right now. I wish everyone the best. Okay, so we're gonna go right into it. I've got a lot to get to today, but I'm gonna start with Harrison. Okay, I'm gonna start with Harrison. Okay, this lady's blocked. Okay, well that's that about that. So I don't know if you've heard about this story. We all know that at this point in time, Nigeria is going through a lot. Nigeria is going through a lot, and there's this guy that has been trending. His name is Harrison Gwamnishu. Harrison Gwamnishu is into what I will call a sort of a volunteer service where when people are kidnapped, he actually helps those that are kidnapped to recover. Number one, to get back to their families. Number two, again, to settle with what's it called again? To settle the victim with respect to ransom, and he does all of these things, and that's it. All of a sudden, we heard that he was involved in a scandal that would then come to kind of impair his career or his life or whatever it is that he holds there. And the issue was that we're told that he collected 5.4 million from the money that was meant to settle the kidnapper. Now, people are kind of furious with him, but then I'm gonna look at this and see what happened.
Very dark man, you are suffering from main character syndrome.
Okay.
Very dark man, I say you are suffering from main character syndrome. All the times where Harrison, they go rescue kidnapper, I never see you post this video on your page. All the times where Harrison, they go inside bush, try to fight to make sure say kidnapping stop within team, you never posted his videos. But right now where Harrison gets small problem because of say in collect 5 million to settle in team, oh. Now you they come out, can't talk bad about Harrison. One problem when Nigerian they get, they ask question. Once that their favorite person, they go no matter what that person do, they don't go question that person. Almost 300 million naira where they for NGO money where they give you. You never use that money, do all the things where you say you go do. The borehole we never see. The schools we never see. You don't build your office. You don't do so many things for yourself. Even help your sister, help your mama. They don't move to new apartments.
Wow.
But today, they come out to criticize the Harrison. Just because Harrison doesn't know how to do manipulation just like you. If Harrison was a good manipulator, he would have brushed it out. You have had worse issues, but because you are very good at manipulation, nobody they question you. But today you are coming out because of your jealousy of Harrison.
Oh, wow.
To speak against Harrison. Just the way we want Harrison to be accountable to explain how he settled his team with the 5 million, so you also have to be accountable. But are you accountable? No. You want to be the main character. You suffer from main character syndrome.
Okay, so that's one side of view with respect to this. Again, we don't know. Okay, we don't know what we don't know. There is always, when stuffs like this happen, I try to wait, not because, I'm in support of whatever has been done, but I try to wait just to give the benefit of the doubt, because there may be one or two blind spots that I might be missing. So I'll just wait and let things sort itself out. Did it take the 5.4 million? A part of me is saying no. Okay, part of me is saying I don't think this guy, Harrison, took the 5-point-something million.
Nigerians, Harrison did not steal any money. I want to put that out there first. Harrison did not steal any money.
Okay.
I'll be privileged to speak with
I myself, welcome to the show.
A source that is very, very close to Harrison, who has spoken to Harrison like few minutes ago, who is in constant contact with Harrison on this issue and even on previous issue in this fight against kidnapping.
So again, this guy is saying that he met someone who was spoken to the guy. I don't know. I'm expecting, if we have a functional police, we would have expected that there will be a full investigation into the whole thing. A part of me is saying that it might be as a result of source, okay, and methods. It might be because of source and method, where there is a swapping of the money that was received from the family of the victim that was kidnapped. And then you now actually exchange it with other forms of monies. This guy he traveled to Kwara State a few weeks ago when the Kwara incidents happened, met with that old woman that was seen on video that went viral when these bandits and the kidnappers and the terrorists stormed the church. Gave the woman monies. I don't think that this guy in an operation trying to rescue a family from bandits, from kidnappers, would be so gullible to just take a 5 million naira. I don't think so. And again, that's my own way of thinking, because we have to be smart and logical when we think. Not just jump to conclusions. So I'm still waiting. I'm not going to say, oh, he's guilty or not. But what I don't understand is why this so-called guy, VDM, will call the police and will have him arrested. I don't understand.
So I've been able to see what happened.
Okay.
But what I can say is for a fact and unequivocally that Harrison did not steal any money. The reason why what happened that I believe Harrison will explain later. This is after the person who is still in captivity, the husband of the lady who was kidnapped with his wife, the wife released, the pregnant wife, but the man is still with them.
Okay.
Whatever Harrison will say now in an attempt to clear his name will compromise some security.
I thought that people were a bit smart. We've forgotten about the guy that is in the custody of the kidnappers right now. People want to play games. People want to go for blood. That's what's happening right now. Like, nobody's even talking about the guy. I mean, while you guys are arguing, okay, took the money, didn't take the money, there's actually someone. The life of somebody is at stake. The life of a man is at stake as we speak. So this utter disregard, for life is all over. And again, with respect to the family, I still don't understand at what point you guys decided that you have to go and talk to this other guy, VDM.
Architecture that he has built over the years in fighting kidnapping. Harrison cannot say more than he has said. He can't, in order not to compromise any things. I believe there was miscommunication there were miscommunications along the line because of still there are things Harrison cannot reveal to anyone.
No,
because these are some of the ways and how he does what he does. And that's why he's been able to be successful all along. But I can beat my chest to say to Nigerians, those that have seen the previous one that are circulating that Harrison has stolen money and all the rest, please share this one also. Harrison did not steal any money. Harrison is still that one person that you can go to anytime.
And again, the guy has been running his operation. I think I only get to know of him like a few weeks ago. Like I said earlier this morning, I think he's very popular on Facebook and on Instagram. And again, I'm not saying he's a saint, okay? I don't even know at this point, so I'm not even going to take anybody's side. But I'm saying it's too early for you to just throw him down the gullet and allow him to and defame him. And if he's stolen the money, which I mean, 5 million, I don't think you like it doesn't even make sense, like on the face of it. It doesn't.
Time any day that you can trust that when any of these kidnappings happen, that he will deliver. Whether with cash in technology or in building security architecture that he can use in delivering what he's delivering, that the result he has gotten over the years, Harrison is still that person that you can trust. I am putting this video out there so that you guys can also share it.
Yeah,
I have spoken to a source that have spoken to Harrison one-on-one. A friend of Harrison who has been a friend of his for years. Is the person I spoke to just now before I'm making this video.
Okay, that makes some sense. But again, I'm not gonna take anybody's side here. It's just quite disgusting that when the government stops its basic duty, when the government stops being a government, okay, this is what we have: individual citizens trying to do the job of a government and risking their lives just to get by. And again, it's that bad. So I'm gonna be waiting. We're gonna see what happens, and that's it. I mean, talking about kidnapping of people and all that. There's been this story also that I saw. NATASHA is in the news again. I mean, there were so many things that I could say she was in the news for, but this is one of the things. Again, at times when some of these senators speak, you want to have some level of confidence that they know what they're talking about. Online payment transaction needs to be regularized so that the Nigerian content creator can earn as much as those in the US. I don't think she said this, but let's see. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I don't know. Let's see that.
Second reading of this very crucial debate, which seeks to expand the legal and regulatory framework in the financial sector. And I'm going to speak on two very critical issues. Today, many of our youths have found careers and jobs on social media. And one particular trend which is worthy of mention is the fact that there's huge discrepancy with regards to payments on transactions carried out on Facebook in Nigeria as against their counterparts in the United States. And I'll say this clearly. Per 1,000 views, I'm speaking for the content creators because, trust me, this social media has become today a very critical source of income for our youths. So, for example, for a youth airing a video, a promotional video in America, the youth is being charged or is being paid between $10 to $30 for 1,000 views. While in Nigeria, the same video posted on the same platform, Facebook, the person earns only 50 cents per 1,000 views. And when you look at the reason for this discrepancy in payments, you see that it's largely because of the irregular or pretty much non-existent payment systems and regulations on online transactions. So I do believe that when this framework is done and is implemented, you will see that Nigerians earn as much as their counterparts in other countries.
Okay. Now, this is a senator. This is actually a senator. I mean, how on earth, even on the face of it, parity alone would tell you that there are differences. There are differences. I mean, if what you want to say is that you want to investigate to actually understand why, because the whole thing, the whole metrics should be plain to anyone that wants to investigate or see why someone in the US might be earning more than someone in Nigeria. There are people in Nigeria also that are still also earning more than some other people in the US. It depends on where your audience are. It depends on it depends on how much the advertisers are paying okay, to place an ad on your video. So again, not to take away from what she's trying to say, like there is no basis of you saying that someone in the US is earning this dollar and then someone in Nigeria is earning that dollar. I mean, you could have said is earning that naira. Because these are two different things. The amount being charged in the US, for an ad is different. If I want to place an ad today as we speak, if you go online, if you go to Google ad and you want to place an ad, the amount I'm going to pay to get an audience in the US is in multiple of what I'm going to pay to get an audience in Nigeria. And I've tried that before. So when you come as a senator, if someone else, like some of these guys on Twitter says this, I'm not going to have a problem with that. But when you come as a senator, who you're responsible for writing bills and not just attacking Akpabio alone, then you should have some level of understanding of what you're talking about. And clearly she doesn't. And this is going to be a bill. But it is what it is. Online payment transaction needs to be regularized so that Nigerians can earn as much as those in the US. It's about advertisement payment. US advert payment are more. Exactly, that's why. So when she's saying that, yeah, exactly, I agree with you. So if she's saying that she wants them to be earning as much as, I don't know, bro. These are the senators. These are the senators that we have. But okay, but that's fine. I guess someone will explain to her. And she would be fine. That's my thought on that one. Let me see what else is happening. Yeah, this is just on a very lighter note. This guy recited the General Sani Abacha takeover speech word for word. I mean, and he actually did because I didn't watch it.
General Sani Abacha. General Sani Abacha is the son of Kano Soyan. He was born General Sani Abacha was born on the 25th August 1943 at Kwaja local government area of Kano State. He became the Nigerian military head of the state on the 17th November 1993. And I can still remember his first speech in Nigeria. That was 17 November 1993. That was 17 November 1993.
We've come a long way in Nigeria, 1993 to 2023. This guy, Abacha, had a vision 2020. I don't know if anybody can remember that he was going to rule Nigeria up until the year 2020. That's just 5 years ago. The guy didn't even make it to 2000. The guy didn't make it to 2000. Year 2000.
When he overthrown the interim national government of Chief Enos Sonical, saying, my fellow Nigerians, it has come to our notice. My fellow Nigerians, we hereby to announce the military coup of the interim national government of Chief Enos Sonical and the present promoted military head of the state. My fellow Nigerians, I, Brigadier General Sani Abacha of 33 Battalion, Barak, Lagos, we have overthrown the interim national government of Chief Enos Sonical. And anytime from now, all state governors with their commissioners, ministers, ambassadors, all military appointment, all political appointment, all civil servants, all local governments, all Nigerian INEC offices, all permanent secretaries, all state and national assemblies are hereby dissolved.
That's it. And that was how the guy took over. Went ahead, killed the wife of Abiola, went ahead and did a lot of atrocities in Nigeria. But again, I'll continue.
Parties, NRC, SDP, by whatever names called are hereby banned. And anytime from now, all military personnel, all foreign representatives are banned. They should all immediately hand it over to their director generals and leave their offices in 24 hours from now. And anytime from now, all my appointed major and major generals, Major Hamza Al-Mustafa, Major General Ishaya Bamei, Major General Musa Bamei, Major General Tajidin Olarwaju, Major General Olarwaju, Major General Jeremiah Hussein.
How on earth do you have time to cram the speech of a dictator? I mean, I don't know.
Major General Al-Wali Kazir, Major General Abdulsalam Abubakar.
Abdulsalam Abubakar was the one that took over from him when he died, actually. Yeah.
Colonel Buwa Marwa, Colonel Idris Garba, Colonel Bukar Abba Ibrahim, Colonel Muhammad Abdullahi Wase, Colonel Dominic Obukadata Oneya, Colonel Yakubu Muazu, Colonel Amini Isa Kwantagora, Colonel Bashir Salihi Magashi, and all my brigade commandants are to took over from the governors in their states until military administrators were appointed. Where there is no brigade commandant, the commissioner commissioners of police are to take over until administrators were appointed. And anytime from now, all Nigerian media centers, all Nigerian airways centers, all Nigerian electricity power centers, all Nigerian agriculture and water resources,
all Nigerians, everything,
all Nigerian business and economy centers, all Nigerian transportation centers, all Nigerian communication commission (NCC), and all Nigerian petroleum refineries has been closed for the meantime. So no more politics in Nigeria, no politics in my government, and no freedom of speech in my government. Nigerians, you see, since after the attainment of independence, 1st October Nigeria 1960, now look at our country, our history, our education, our health, our economy, our ministries, everything has been consumed. Our country has become bigger and dirty nation. Our hospitals have gone to conductive.
What it's trying to say is when all these military people take over, there is always a quest to have them in at that point in time. They always come because the politicians will always mess things up, okay? Just like what they're doing right now, okay? They mess things up. That is always a precursor for the military to take over. But then the military also comes in and then takes things even more further to the ground. And that's been the model. I mean, there are good arguments, okay, with what is happening in Mali, what just happened in Guinea-Bissau and all of those. But the problem is over time, these same military personnel or military rulers or military dictators then take the country over and then they become worse. And again, that's what they say. Oh, the politicians are bad. The politicians are bad. We're going to change this. We're going to change that. And then they come in and then they become a problem.
So I, Brigadier General Sani Abacha, it is now my duty to take care of each and every Nigerian citizen. But today, Nigerians have been categorized into so many categories. It's either socially, religion, politically, or even economically. But I don't have any intention to perpetuate myself into power. Power and authority belongs to Almighty God. Only God can decide the future.
Ghana had 2020 vision,
I don't
right?
have any intention to perpetuate myself into power. My fellow Nigerians, I, Brigadier General Sani Abacha, I am the present military head of the state of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And any attempt or attempted to test our rules will be decisively dealt with. I hope all Nigerians hear by the announcement. And even if I live or even if I die, definitely the Nigerian history will remember me as someone who was thrust to the forefront of national leadership, who's grappled with the challenges at a time of national crisis and left the CNC in a better place. So mark me, mark my word. Long live Nigerian citizens.
Wow.
Long live Nigerian armed forces.
Wow.
Long live the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Wow. Yeah. And exactly everything that has happened then is also still happening now. It's quite unfortunate. Yeah, quite unfortunate.
I love you, General Sani Abacha. Arise, O compatriot, Nigerians call obey to serve our fatherland with love and strength and faith. The labor of our heroes past shall never be in vain.
Really?
Serve with heart and might, one nation, bound in freedom, peace and unity. I pledge Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal and honest, to serve
Did he say that?
my strength, to defend our unity, and to uphold our honor and glory.
Oh, wow.
wow.
Okay. Okay. So I'm going to go look for that stuff. Let me see. Yeah, I think I saw something very close to that. I'm not gonna listen to everything. I'm just gonna listen to some of that. General Sani Abacha. Yeah, I mean it's crazy, man. The cool speech, right? Yeah. Let me see this one.
Executive councils are dissolved.
Oh yeah.
The brigade commanders are to take over from the governors in their states until administrators are appointed.
Yeah, that's true.
Where there are no brigade commanders, the commissioners of police in the states are to take over.
Wow.
All local governments stand dissolved. The directors of personnel are to take over the administration of the local governments until administrators are appointed. The National Electoral Commission is hereby dissolved. All former secretaries to federal ministries are to hand over to their director generals until ministers are appointed.
He was still looking like a saint here because later on in his government, he started wearing that dark glasses and he had all his arched men or his arch guys, arch group or arch gang terrorizing everybody. It was so bad then, I was still very young, that there was what we call the Abacha stove. I don't know if anybody knows that. The Abacha stove, that it was so bad that people couldn't even get gas to cook or kerosene, because that's one of the things they used to cook, that people had to be going to some of these lumber companies to go get sawdust. And that was actually this guy's reign. And you dare not, like, I mean, today you can call Tulumbu a drug baron, no matter what, like, you know, you just say it and that's it. I mean, then you dare not. That was how this guy was real terror in Nigerian history. And of course, he had his fans, right?
The two political parties are hereby dissolved. All processions, political meetings, and associations of any type in any part of the country are hereby banned.
Wow.
Any consultative committee, by whatever name called, is hereby prescribed.
By whatever name, whatever it's called, ADC, APC, PDP, and all that, hereby prescribed. Okay.
Decree 61 of 1993 is hereby abrogated. The Provisional Ruling Council is hereby established.
Okay.
It will comprise the head of state, commander-in-chief of the armed forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as chairman, the chief of general staff as vice chairman, the honorable minister of defense, the chief of defense staff, service chiefs, the inspector general of police, the attorney general and minister of justice, the internal affairs minister, the foreign affairs minister, and the national security advisor. Legislative powers will reside in the council.
Okay.
States will be governed by civilian administrators to be appointed later. Also, a federal executive council will be put in place. Our security system will be enhanced to ensure that lives of citizens, property of individuals are protected and preserved.
Again, you see how his properties are preserved and all of those. And later on, he will go ahead to assassinate Kudirat Abiola, his gangs. And a lot of people were actually on the chopping block. In fact, shortly before, I learned that even like all these guys, D and all that, they were almost getting to that point.
Drugs trafficking and other economic crimes such as 419 must be tackled and eliminated. On the current strikes throughout the nation, following the increase in the price of fuel, I appeal to all the trade unions to return to work immediately. We cannot afford further dislocation and destruction of our economy. On the closed media houses, government is hereby lifting the order of proscription with immediate effect.
Wow.
We, however, appeal to the media houses that in this spirit of national reconciliation, we should show more restraint and build a united and peaceful Nigeria.
How lovely would it have been if Rufus Seni was active then? But again, I'm just saying.
Fellow Nigerians, the events of the past month, starting from the annulment of the June 12 presidential election, culminating in the appointment of the former head of state, Chief Anas Shanekan, are well known to you. The economic downturn has undoubtedly been aggravated by the ongoing political crisis. We require well thought out and permanent solution to these problems if we are to emerge stronger from them.
Wow.
Consequently, a constitutional conference with full constitutional powers will be established soon.
A constitutional conference will be established soon. And then this guy just deceived everybody. So you could see that it was coming in saying he's going to have this conference and all that. Shortly after, he started his Vision 2020.
To determine the future constitutional structure of Nigeria. The Constitutional Conference will also recommend the method of forming parties, which will lead to the ultimate recognition of political parties formed by the people. While the conference is on, the reorganization and reform of the following major institutions will be carried out. The military, the police, the customs, the judiciary, NITEL, NNPC, NEPA, the banking industry, and our higher institutions of learning. This regime will be firm, humane, and decisive. We will not condone nor tolerate any act of indiscipline. Any attempt to test our will will be decisively dealt with.
Yeah, that guy mentioned
For the international community, we ask that you suspend judgment while we grapple with the onerous task of nation building, reconciliation.
Yeah, reconciliation and all that. And that was it, actually. Yeah, that was it. Nigeria crazy, like the heartbreaking story of General Sani Abacha, the Nigerian craziest. That was the craziest. Like all other dictators were even pale with respect to, to Sani Abacha. I was just there, like, are we still in government? Yeah, we're still in power. And guy was just like, and eventually, right, his act caught up with him, and he had to go at that point in time. I guess there's a lot of story of betrayal and all of those around that time. Okay, I'm gonna see this. Okay, let me see this.
Thank you so much, Mr.
So Natasha is back, and yeah, I'm talking about, he's fighting for content creator. I did talk about that, but let me see the full thing here, right?
President, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, Kogi Central. I stand to lend my voice on the second reading of this very crucial debate, which seeks to expand the legal and regulatory framework in the financial sector. And I'm going to speak on two very critical issues. Today, many of our youths have found careers and jobs on social media.
Sure.
And one particular trend which is worthy of mention is the fact that there's huge discrepancy with regards to payments on transactions carried out on Facebook in Nigeria as against their counterparts in the United States. And I'll say this clearly.
Okay.
Per 1,000 views, I'm speaking for the content creators because, trust me, this social media has become today a very critical source of income for our youths.
Yeah.
So, for example, for a youth airing a video, a promotional video in America, the youth is being charged or is being paid between $10 to $30 for 1,000 views. While in Nigeria, the same video posted on the same platform, Facebook, the person earns only 50 cents per 1,000 views.
Okay.
And when you look at the reason for this discrepancy in payments, you see that it's largely because of the irregular or pretty much non-existent payment systems and regulations on online transactions. So I do believe that when this framework is done and is implemented, you will see that Nigerians earn as much as their counterparts in other countries.
Yeah,
Thank you, Senator.
I've spoken about that. That's not true. So I'll not just repeat that again. I mean, yeah.
OSHIOMOLE, my friend and brother, distinguished Senator Abiru, for this very timely intervention. Many of us, or let me speak to myself, many of the people who have been victims of hacking, when they hack into your account and they ask you to pay money, that you are in a distress and so on, no, Afolabi, these are not to do with you. But you are part of the problem because you are not doing proper regulation. I have been...
Sir, you have 1 minute, only 1 minute. You have... So
I don't even understand how they give these people 1 minute to talk. It just doesn't help. Like, you can't even put down all your thoughts. Guys, welcome to my show. Please help subscribe, help like, help comment. I really appreciate you joining. Thanks.
utilize it very well.
Sir, you know, when you intervene like that, people like us who are not too fair, you destabilize us. Just allow us, you know, I'm a lefty, I need to take it according to my own slow brain.
So the 1 minute starts
Just
now.
to say, sir.
The 1 minute starts now, no problem.
Fair enough.
It starts now.
God bless you, Mr. President.
Fair enough.
I believe we should all support this bill and even go into details to ensure that all possible loopholes are blocked. Because when they hacked into my account, I found that all the institutions used are this OPay, MoneyPoint, etc., etc. None of the registered banks were used. And when I asked, I'm told that's it. They don't have a branch in Abuja. They don't employ labor. They bear no social responsibility.
Yeah.
So I think in addition to all those insurances, all these loopholes will be blocked. For example, I know all the directors of First Bank, of Access Bank, of Zenith Bank. I don't know the directors of OPay. I don't know the directors of MoneyPoint. These are visible players in our economy, play such an important role. And the day they go under, the political authority will be left with the burden of providing for Nigerians who have been duped. The primary purpose of government is to protect the citizens in every ramification. So I therefore that this law is not only timely, it's appropriate, and the point has been made even by your good self, Mr. President, that regulation by CBN do not have the force of law. Law can be enforced in court. Regulations, I'm not too sure of the standard. So I think we should support it, and I will encourage you to do more detailed line inquiry to ensure that all the loopholes are captured, including the owners of the
Thank you very much. Your time is off.
Okay, so again, I mean, we're in a world where digitalization is just at the forefront of every major development. So they're trying to just put some more, I would say, oversight on some of these fintech company, right? So the bill, the amendment of the bill empowers the CBN to designate, license, regulate, and supervise systematically important non-bank financial institutions. Major fintechs like OPay, MoneyPoint as critical national infrastructure, ensuring they meet standards comparable to traditional banks for stability and consumer protection. Introduces stricter licensing, capital requirement, and governance rule to prevent fraud, money laundering, and illicit transfer. Mandates transparency in ownership and operation, including physical presence and social responsibility obligation. Closes loopholes by giving CBN legal authority beyond mere guidelines with penalties for non-compliance. Covers fintech, microfinance banks, money lenders, and digital payment platforms, handling high transaction volumes while exempting smaller operators to encourage innovation. Aim to build public trust in digital finance, reduce cybercrime risk, and support Nigerians' push towards a 1 trillion economy by fostering a secure, inclusive financial ecosystem. Critics worry it could stiffen fintech growth, but proponents like OSHIOMOLE argues it's essential for accountability. So currently the bill is now headed for committee review and potential third reading if this isn't the bill you meant. Okay, so that's it. Yeah, and I kind of agree, right? You have to put some sense to whatever it is. At times, some of these people, they just set up something, and then before you know it, the owner is gone down, everybody is off, and then they're looking for the person that got their deposit. So there should be some level of that, in my own opinion.
Senator Salisu Shuaib Afolabi, Chairman ICT Committee, you can bear your...
The operations of these fintechs and incorporating them into the BOFIA. Yesterday, you recall that I made a contribution here on the receiving of ransoms by the kidnappers. They receive these monies not through the conventional banks. It's through these fintechs that these monies are wired and they collect no trace, no trail of transaction of these sums of money. And they continue to operate with it. So if we now incorporate this in the law, nobody can operate without making available the necessary things required for you to operate any account.
Okay, so I'm going to move on. And I think that's it.
959 second reading taken.
Okay, so that was passed. I already mentioned that. That was passed for the third reading, and that was it. Yeah. Okay, let me just go here. I have some other things that I want to talk about. The Madam Harrison work for as a driver sent him to prison after accusing him of being behind a kidnapper. Now, this same Harrison is conspiring with kidnappers and diverting ransom money. What's the difference between him and Sheikh Gumi? The way Nigerian will turn against you in a blink of an eye. Yeah, again, I don't know who this guy offended, but let me...
Harrison Gwam issue, they talk say him do. He did very bad though.
What are your facts? What are your evidences? Okay. Hi, TOD, welcome to the show.
You guys have heard the part of that this guy common money from ransom money. We literally love the works of this guy.
Yeah.
But man, waiting him do. It's too much. Understand that if you are removing money from ransom money, it only tells us one thing about you.
that you like the business, that the business you want it to continue. That's the not be saying we even.
Again, yeah, I mean, if Nigeria is giving the kidnapping industry in Nigeria now is massive. Okay, yeah, it's very, very massive. Now, today is December 5. Now, this is an October 30 video saying that Very Dark Man is very jealous and hating on Harrison and trying to bring him down. October 30. October 30. Yesterday, he came out to say, you know what, I was the one who called the police to arrest this guy.
This Very Dark Man, now very anyhow person, this guy be.
Okay, let's
no
see.
Harrison. We be say, if they go inside bush, go to rescue all these people with kidnapper cash. So, this guy now, he get one woman, we be say, he posted yesterday, say, Harrison get go for me, we be say, make their assistant, make their help out.
Okay.
So people can't donate that yesterday. John Jassy can't donate big. Now, no say John Jassy said don't donate for them before. Can't donate big something for that Harrison yesterday. Now, Very Dark Man can't come outside yesterday. Can't they talk say, that's a kidnapping. This thing where Harrison they reset that girl Aisha when they go release. We kidnapper the request of 20 million. Where Harrison come put hand into the case. Where we said the people don't donate the money already, 20 million. Who give the people. So now Harrison can go secure the girl come that day. So now Very Dark Man can't they accuse that Harrison say, why you go give a kidnapper 20 million? Say they encourage kidnapper for this country.
Okay, so again, that was October 30, and that's it. I'm gonna move on. So today yesterday we had the Minister of Defense sworn in. I just want to go through that. Okay, yeah, shoot on side, don't wait for orders. Defense Minister tells the troop. We'll see what happens. Again, I'm gonna see what happens. Hopefully, this is a movement in the right direction. General Christopher Musa assumes duty as the new defense minister. So this is him. Nigeria will see results. Nigeria have shown me love, and I will guarantee that Nigeria is secured. Minister of Defense.
Honorable Minister, General, and now Honorable Minister. Congratulations from all of us.
Congratulations, madam, as well.
You're back to a very familiar terrain, and Nigerians are expecting a lot, apart from Mr. President. Yeah, so what will be your immediate priorities from now?
My immediate priority is to make sure that defense takes its place fully in the country. The synergy between the armed forces, and other security agencies, and all Nigerians being carried along, as we have always said, that security is everybody's responsibility. It is that synergy that we need to build on and work on it, and that's what we're going through. And I can assure you, within the shortest possible time, Nigerians will see results. I want to use this medium to appreciate all Nigerians. Nigerians have shown me love, and I will guarantee them that I am going to work whatever it takes to ensure that Nigeria is secured.
Okay. Oh, I wish him the best.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
New charge from the president you just met with.
Yes, I just met Mr. President, and he reiterated his mind on the aspect that we must make sure that Nigeria is secured. Nigerians should go back and sleep with their eyes closed, go back to their farms, schools open without being molested, everyone being carried together to make sure that Nigeria continues to grow in line with the renewed program of the Mr. President.
Renew Hope agenda. Okay. I wish him the best. I just hope that there is no sabotage, and he should watch for sabotage. Okay, general can become minister, but minister cannot become a general. Every year on my scale. Okay, yeah, that's the Minister of Defense, warmly received by the Ministry of Fisheries. So that's him. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So that's it. Who are these? Maybe these are the wives of the military officers. I guess so. I don't know. Or possibly they're just defense ministry staff. Okay. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, this is a wife, I guess. Yeah, some people are not really happy of this appointment, I will tell you that. For sure, some people are not really happy.
NSA, the chief of defense staff. Handshake. NSA, sir. NSA.
Thank you, sir. Well, the guy is stalled, though. Yeah. Okay, so that's it there. Let me move on. Yeah, I've seen this one. I think I've seen this one.
It is a new dawn at the Ministry of Defense Ship House Abuja as General Christopher Gwabin Musa formally assumes office as the Minister of Defense. Fully aware of the responsibilities before him, the minister acknowledges that the challenges are enormous but surmountable. He charges the service chiefs to ensure that the shedding of...
We do not have time.
Yeah, let's see that.
We are going to continue to hit the ground running. We must respect the human rights of Nigerians. Our loyalty is to Nigeria and the Nigerian people.
Yeah.
Shedding of innocent blood is over. Our children should be able to go back to school. Our farmers should be able to go back to their farms. We must address these issues on ground. And with the support and prayers we're getting from all Nigerians, we cannot fail.
But I want to assure the minister that collectively...
So this is, I guess, the chief of defense staff. Yeah, the current number one. Of the army.
Support his cause.
Oh yeah, that's him.
And make Nigerians believe more in us. And I believe going forward, Nigeria will be better. We stand ready to work diligently under your guidance, upholding the highest standard of professionalism, integrity, discipline, and accountability.
General Musa pledges an inclusive leadership approach anchored on strengthening joint operations, ensuring timely welfare to boost troops' morale, and advancing intelligence-driven and technology-enabled.
Okay, so that's him. That's operations. I wish him the best. There's still a lot to be done, and I hope that he's able to do that. Again, Tinubu is a politician. He is a politician. He's playing a very, very, very dangerous game right now as we speak. I'm telling you. So, Trump already said it was going to come in. It was going to blaze, gun blazing. It's going to take over and destroy the terrorists that Nigeria has done a terrible job of destroying. Very terrible job. Now, Tinubu has released a statement. And again, he made some, public appearances where he said, he's a Muslim, the wife is a pastor and all of that, which that's not even a strategy. And those that are doing the havoc, they have their own plan, they have their own, intention and all of those. That being said, okay, this guy apparently is a Christian. So Tinubu is playing a game here, even though I'm for his appointment, okay, I think he is a better choice. I mean, given the state of the nation and who we have, he's a better choice. But he is also trying to play a game. So now when you report back to Washington, to Donald Trump, it's going to be like, I have a Christian as my chief of, my minister of defense right now. You understand what I'm saying? Again, possibly, at first when it started, they had all you had the Northerners in charge and all of those. And at least for the past 2 years, we've not seen any major improvement at all in all of these things. So now he's moving things around, and I just hope that these guys are able to curtail the wildfire, because these terrorists and these bandits, together with their international backing, and together with those that have infiltrated the military and the system of government and the politicians, these guys are now sophisticated. They're now really stop the massacre. It's just crazy. A lot is happening. So I wish him well. There's going to be a lot of sabotage. There was going to be a lot of stuff happening. I just hope that he's in charge and he can actually have a tab on all those guys operating. I really wish him the best. But again, it is what it is. Okay, so that's that about this. What does the president? 2 days ago, I transmitted the name of the General Christopher G. Musa, our immediate past chief of defense staff and a fine gentleman, to the Nigerian Senate for confirmation as the Federal Ministry of Defense. I want to commend the Nigerian Senate for its expedited confirmation of General Musa yesterday. They don't have a choice. I mean, you've taken over the whole political architecture right now. I don't know what the opposition parties are doing, to be honest with you. I don't. And talking about opposition parties, let me even say, I think Peter Obi was on one of these platforms and he gave an interview. Let me see what he has to say. Okay, this is him here, 8 minutes. Peter Obi is a very wise and intentional man. Listen to this and see the thought process. Okay, I'll listen.
ADC coalition for 2027 election.
Okay. I think this is what they do, right?
Okay. But as much as I believe in it, I need to know the fundamentals that we all agree to respect. But in all this, there's still some fine lines that we need to respect, where things must be done properly, where we must sit down and talk about where are we driving the country to. Today we have what we can say unsigned agreements.
Okay.
About the presidency.
Okay.
Unsigned agreements about rotation of offices.
Okay.
Unsigned agreement has no basis in law. It does have basis in mutual respect and all of those. Okay? Unsigned agreement has no basis in law. And again, you cannot hold that, okay, as a weapon if you've not worked for it. Unfortunately, Peter Obi has not worked for that unsigned agreement. He hasn't. So how do you want to put forth that as a talking point? Because where he's going, I mean, let's listen to
which is why this person will come from here, this person will come from here. It needs to be organized. The reason why it needs to be organized is that if you don't do it, you create confusion for the future.
The election is almost here, and you people have not agreed. So what time are you not going to agree?
Forget about, even if it takes us 1 week to agree.
But you and I know it's not a 1 week thing. The state of the opposition is really pathetic. It's painful right now. So that's why APC they do, and they just do whatever they want to do, and they get along. In fact, they just do whatever because there's effectively no sufficient or no sophisticated opposition. And that's why they can just do as they want. Tinubu is only working on getting Nigerians to back him up for 2027 elections. And that's why it looks like he's doing the right thing now, especially in terms of terrorism. Yeah. No, Tinubu thinks politics first. Politics first, then every other thing. Even this terrorism thing that he's trying to do, even in it again, is playing serious political games. And he is aware that there is an agenda. Just they want to rubbish him the way they rubbished Jonathan in 2014. So he's also playing that game. And these guys are also, because all of a sudden, when they saw that, when everything was in shambles the first 6-12 months because of the reforms, when they saw that all of these things was now kind of getting to a point where the reserve is going up, the capital market has been going up, then the international body, they were all saying that, things are going to be really, really bad. The dollar is going to go to 2,000, things is going to get destroyed. Now, Dangote refinery is up. International bodies, IMF and all these guys, they did their own rating and they say, okay, things are getting better, even though the average man on the streets is still suffering from all of those reforms. And Tinubu has been settling all of these politicians. Okay, it's full of many concerns. And again, so he has been playing that game. Now, number one, I've been saying this for months now. How on earth did we allow the Southeast to be a no-go area? I mean, you can always say, okay, fine, IPOP was doing this was doing that. How did we allow the Southeast to be that people can't even travel home the way they used to? And I didn't see any sophisticated plan. There were arrests, there were ways to counter it, but there was no comprehensive plan for that. But when Rivers State, under Fubara, just made a little threat that if Wike wants to try us, well, we can bomb pipeline. He didn't even say we're going to bomb it. He said we can. And then you remove the guy the next day. So that's why Tinubu sees politics first. Every other thing is secondary. So even in all of this appointment now, he's getting the Minister of Defense to be a Christian to appease the West. And again, that's not me against the guy. I know the guy, at least this appointment has been well received, and I wish him well, and I hope that all this stuff stops. And again, when El Rufai came out and said, he's going to send him back to Lagos, I told people then that in as much as El Rufai wants to be in the news, he wants to play his game and all that, I might be wrong here, I feel that he didn't calculate this thing well. Because the moment El Rufai came out, started talking about he's going to take over from, they're going to send him back and all that, you know what he did? He just activated his guys, and almost all of these governors started moving back to the APC. They were just joining the APC. And he has Wike to do his bidding in destroying the PDP. And then you see what happened in Labour. So, again, I don't know. I mean, now, this week, Atiku joined the ADC. El Rufai also joined the ADC. But again, I still don't know where things are. And then talking about Peter Obi, to be honest with you, I'm not an obedient, but to be honest with you, even the reports from the obedient, Maurice Monye, one of the guy that was like, I would say the top guys of Peter, one of the top guys of Peter Obi, came out and, did a very sketching report and all of those. I don't know if it was well received by Peter Obi or not, but it's not just, even for opposition, and opposition doesn't mean you have to win elections all the time, but you can actually also, have some upsets.
They do. If Nigerians wants this country to change, we can make it change.
There's a thing that the society desires, is an answer. Now that answer is, a lot of people have asked me, Meju, is your ask, sir, are you contesting for 2027 election? If yes, are you still a Labour Party or you have left Labour Party? Because we've been hearing coalition, nobody knows what's going on.
Today, I'm a member of Labour Party.
Okay.
And I subscribe to coalition, ADC coalition for 2027 election.
Okay.
And I believe in it.
Okay.
But as
NATASHA Two-Face OSHIOMOLE Harrison VDM. It's been a lot of drama this week. Igbos, I think I don't think they can never, I don't think Igbos can never. I think it's a function, of playing this game where you have your legs in different baskets. Because if Obi had ran with Atiku, in 2023, I believe today we would have had a president, Atiku. If Obi had stayed with Atiku, I believe today, because it's all about the numbers, right? I believe today we would have had a president, Atiku. And that's why I keep saying that, and that might have actually opened the path. And again, that doesn't mean that's 100% guaranteed, but I understand where you're coming from. It's at some point, we have to answer that question. Naira, never allow Igbos. Oh, really? I didn't know that one.
As much as I believe in it, I need to know the fundamentals that we all agree to respect.
This is 2026.
What are we going to do for the average Nigerian person?
Okay.
Because we are not different people. We are still part of the political class.
Yes.
Right? So it's not as if there were a bunch of new people.
Yes.
I respect all those who are leaders there.
Yes.
Of course, our chairman, David Mark, is one of those people I respect.
Yes.
And I believe has the political sagacity to lead the party.
Yes.
And so are so many others. We have there people like my own leader, Atiku.
Our Atiku went from my leader in 2019 to structure of criminality in 2023, and then now my political leader in 2025 needs to be studied. Need to really be studied. And again, Peter Obi is a good man. I mean, I don't have anything against him. But when you're playing with, and you know, these people, they kill for sports. Metaphorically speaking. Okay. So what would now be the end game? If he's on a mission and he knows he can't win the presidency, what would be his end game?
Somebody I have all my respect for, whom I believe that good of Nigeria and wants the best for Nigeria and all that.
Okay.
But in all this, there's still some fine lines that we need to respect, where things must be done properly, where we must sit down and talk about where are we driving the country to.
Okay. Yeah, the one here says, as an Ivorian based in Switzerland, Igbo's government in Nigeria will be the liberation of the nation. Okay, why? Why do you say so? I don't know.
Because like I said, we are not new people. We're the same political class. So we must come with new idea that Nigerians will trust.
Okay.
We must come with new things, perspective. And we must try to see how we can give Nigeria the alternative that will come with competence, come with a character. We need a new driver with competence, character, capacity, commitment, and compassion to drive these new vehicles. Because it's important. We can't just say, oh, we don't like what these people are doing, let them go. If they go, what is the alternative? We've done that in 2015, where we say, oh, let this man just go. And he went.
And since that 2015, when we got duped, okay, and we just sent Jonathan out, and as a result of that, Buhari came in, and it all went down from there, further down. Now I'm always weary of anybody that comes and portray himself as the saint or the good person. I'm always weary of that. Because then it was almost a known saying that if Buhari didn't rule Nigeria in 2015, it would have been the best president Nigeria ever had. I mean, it was always everywhere. Unfortunately, the experience was different when he became the president. And then they had to force him again on horse for another 4 years. And you know, it is what it is. Successful countries are run as businesses whenever the dominant business tribe rules the nation, it is followed by, again, yeah, so you're talking about trade, but again, in terms of dominant businesses, it cuts across all of the regions. I mean, those even doing major moves right now are not even from that part. So again, it cuts across. It cuts across different things, followed by economic development. We focus on politics and forget economics. Yeah. So again, I'm saying that people are doing, like, on all tribes. Nigeria is blessed with people with great intellect, and it's across all of the tribes, all of the groups. Every tribe, every group have their own, what would I put it? Have their own selling points, and they have their own challenges across board. Across board. And that's why it has to be like a win-win. I believe in the best of the South, the best of the North. Well, our reality today is quite different.
Oh, 2023, let this man just go. So we now have to be clear. What are we getting? Can we trust those who are going to try this vehicle, that are going to do what they're saying? Where have they said it before?
Okay.
Like somebody told you that I save money.
Sorry. So in the coalition, you're coming together. There's Oga Atiku, there's former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, there's the former Senate President David Mark, there's everybody coming together. And you now, the thing they're putting in front of you shows that they are putting Nigeria first, and they are not making you the flag bearer.
Okay.
Would you still support it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well, it all depends.
That's a very good question, because that has been the major contention. Atiku wants to run. I mean, if Atiku does not run this time, I think it's over. Even now, I'm even thinking it's over. I mean, let's leave emotions. Because right now, where is the solid plan? Where is the solid plans for Atiku? Atiku believes in the power of the North because he actually got, a lot from the North in 2023. And he doesn't want to give it to Obi. Rightly so. Because he actually brought Obi in 2019. And when it was 2023, when he needed Obi most, Obi left him. So on that basis alone, I don't even think he's going to give him that ticket. I might be wrong, but I don't think he's going to give him that ticket. That being said, what is Obi's game plan? He's on a mission, but what is his game plan come 2027? Because the little party that he was given the ticket on to run becomes a little bit difficult now with all of the factions happening. If I have my way, I would have Saraki as Saraki, really? Then it should have 3 vice presidents to take care of the North, then the East and the West. So possibly we just go to the regional system of government. Obi is on 3 missions. I want to give Nigerian youth hope. 2, to make people to come out and vote. 3, to distract Igbo people from Biafra struggle. And would they really like him for that? To distract them from the Biafra struggle? Because what Nnamdi Kanu said about Peter Obi was not even nice at all. And I'm not going to be repeating that here. Hopefully the appeal has even been rejected. I need to look into that also. I've not even covered that. To give Nigerian youth hope. Yeah, but they say hope that is delayed makes the heart sick. Hope delayed makes the heart sick. To make people come out and vote. If it goes as advice to Atiku, would that still move people to vote? Because the 2023 was really a major move. It was really a rallying point for Obi. I was impressed with the performance in 2023.
They are not desperate to be president of Nigeria. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work. I want to see what is it that they're offering.
Okay.
Where today we have what we can say unsigned agreements.
Okay.
About the presidency.
Shore is not being far, right?
Unsigned agreements about rotation of offices.
Okay.
Which is why this person will come from here, this person will come from here. All those things needs to be organized. The reason why it needs to be organized is that if you don't do it, you create confusion for the future.
Yeah.
Sure. So it's not about
Well, yeah. It doesn't work that way, bro. Obia Shore is not an Obi's fan. Funny enough, I mean, I'm not in support of the way he attacks Obi relentlessly. I mean, at some point, right? I just feel that Shore is an activist, and him dabbling into politics is just to also keep himself relevant. Because all the election this guy has done over and over and over again just tells everybody that he doesn't really, have what it takes to toe that line. Right? Yeah. And it's just what it is. Yeah, please, we're at 7 here and we only have 11 likes. Please, let's like and share. Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, like, share, and help subscribe. That really helps the channel to grow. Again, another thing is this, okay? If you look at this whole election thing, right, and you look at what's really happening right now, the opposition party, due to partly their own fault, and secondly also the influence of the ruling party, it's just I would say an intentional effort to weaken whatever opposition we have, so that the ruling party can have its way. And I'm telling you, come what's it called? Come 2027, if Tinubu wins, I'm telling you, 2031 is even going to be more brutal. Because Tinubu is going to put his guy there in 2031, just like he did in Lagos. But
today, it's about the future. So if we're going to do anything, let's look at the future. Let's not look at what is going to benefit us.
But the election is almost here, and you people have not agreed. So what time are you not going to agree?
Forget about, even if it takes us 1 week to agree.
Okay.
They do. If Nigerians want this country to change,
hi, Brave,
we can make a change. But it doesn't matter when we started.
Okay.
We can still start 3 months, 6 months.
No, it doesn't work that way.
1 year to the election.
No, it doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way because, see, this thing is sequence. It's sequence. You've got to have this thing planned out. You've got to understand the weak point. And one of the reasons why they said that, let's do it, that they should do elections, LP, ADC, and then also, now PDP is not even part of the coalition anymore. It's for them to be able to test run. So all those little elections, you're using it to test run, you're using it to check the pulse, you're using it to know where you guys are. And that was why when Buhari and Tinubu, when they first met, 2015 was when Buhari eventually won. But in 2011, they actually spoke about coming together as a coalition. But it was late. So at that point in time, Tinubu then supported Jonathan, and Buhari lost, and Buhari cried. So after Jonathan won, we had all this politics and all that. I don't want to go into it. It was clear that if they're going to win, if Buhari was going to win, then he had to actually work with Tinubu. Tinubu knows how to win election. Tinubu was his campaign chairman in 2015. It was the campaign chairman in 2019. Hi, just for you. Hi, Tonya. Welcome back. So again, it's just what it is. So it's not a thing of we can agree in 2 months to election, 6 months to election. Or for president, VDM for vice, Tinubu will still win. Tinubu that guy has captured the whole thing. And I hope, I was in a space a few days ago, and I was telling them, see, this is the reality. I understand the passion that people have, the passion for, want something great and all of that. We do anything but Tinubu. I mean, that was what they were saying in the space. And I told them, like, let's look at this thing. Let's be realistic. This is it. Unfortunately, I was shut down in that space, but it is what it is, right?
So be there. And you think that is ample time enough to campaign and win an election? We've done it in 2023. But
honestly, the fact that the ADC coalition is yet to agree on certain key areas, especially on power sharing and positions, is a big flop on their own side.
Yeah, that's it. That's 100%. That's it. It's a real big flop. But we'll see what happens. Christian genocide. Yeah, if it will be truly identity showcase for its ages and abroad, it will be campaigning with its records and we all okay. Yeah, that's fine. I see Peter Obi as a father. This Sheyi Tinubu is good and is what Nigeria wants, but my father forced him into the seat. What does that mean? I see Peter Obi as a father. He's good and he is what Nigeria wants, but my father forced himself into this. I don't think this is the right thing. Source. yeah. I don't think this. I mean, bloggers will blog, right? Bloggers will blog, and that's it. Let me see. There is this stuff I want to actually show. It was let me see this one. You know, they are more interested in Nigeria and the United States. I don't know why. So this is Chuck Grassley. Chuck Grassley is a Republican senator, and he's here thanking Donald Trump for making Nigeria a country of particular
concern. And particularly, you're hearing it about Christians in Nigeria. This violence has grown more frequent and more troubling as time goes on. The enforcement of blasphemy laws by the Nigerian government, coupled with the rise of violent attacks by terrorists against religious communities, represents a serious infringement upon the freedom of religion that you're supposed to have in that country. Blasphemy laws are enforced in 12 Nigerian states and also at the federal level.
Okay.
That enforcement is resulting in the prosecution and imprisonment of Christians, Muslims, traditional practitioners, and even humanists. Furthermore, violence by terrorists like Boko Haram and the other organization.
Okay. So again, he's just saying that he wants to thank Trump, you know, for designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern. We'll see how that goes. Let's see. Sorry, Dokubo is on the news again. He says, if I place a curse on him, I swear to God who made me, it will not last 24 hours. What's this guy talking about?
Because you are a fake and you are a liar.
What?
There's hardly any crisis in the North.
Can you imagine that?
That is rooted in religion.
Okay.
So the Hausa people, farmers that are being killed in Sokoto and in Kebbi by the so-called bandits or whatever they are called. Why?
Can Shorea no be just for you can from no Shorea no be can never form because it won't work that way because one they're both unfortunately we have this tribe stuff they're both from the south and secondly Obi Shorea has always been on Obi's neck for a while now. They're not in good times, I believe. You should forget too much talk and come now. I think they are doing stuff behind the scene. It becomes very difficult for them to actually just come in because there's sovereignty, right? The sovereignty. Right now, Trump is even still facing series of questions from the unilateral decision it took to bomb some Venezuela vessels. He claims that those vessels are actually carrying drugs, cocaine, and the likes. So again, it becomes very difficult, complex, and tricky because it's not as if there are Americans involved. If there are Americans involved or Americans are kidnapped, then that could be a precursor or an avenue for him to now come in. But it becomes very difficult that way. So Asari Dokubo, I don't know what you're talking about here, saying that it has nothing to do with religion. I think it's a mix of both. You have the farmers, you have the herder clash, but also you have now, out of that, you now have also those that are actually terrorists. So for you to say that you don't have that issue, then you're lying.
Are they killing them? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're listening to me. The pronouncement.
So we're for President VDM for Vice President Tinubu is too. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think VDM has so much electoral value. I mean, he's popular, he's an activist and all that. But again, he hints there, right?
Of mad Donald Trump.
Is Trump actually working for Nigeria interest? Yeah, so in my own opinion, I think that whatever it does, number one, is going to, of course, ensure that the interest of America is safeguarded. Whatever it is, whatever it tries to do, the interest of America will always be. He's always America first. He's an America first guy. But don't let anybody fool you. America knows where all these terrorists are in Nigeria. Forget about all these so-called, they're in the bush, we can't locate them. I believe America knows where all these guys are, all these operations. If it's truly a genocide or not, you could debate that. But they know what's happening. So when it comes in to say we're going to do this, we're going to do that, it's not just coming and talking from just, it wants to grandstand. That's one. And then secondly, because of the way, when you see terrorism, you have to deal with it decisively. They know how these monies move. There has been some USAID money that has moved also to terrorists in Nigeria. Was it being sponsored by the CIA? Who knows? So at the end of the day, from the standpoint of the tweet, and the standpoint of what he spoke about, I think it's fair that he actually wants to deal with terrorism in Nigeria. Now, that's Trump. But you know that one person does not rule a nation, right? There are different people around him that might have other interests. There are lobbyists. There are people with, we call them the military industrial complex. These are people that would always want that ensure that there are wars around because that's where they make their money. There are other people with ideology also. So at that point in time, it becomes very difficult. But I think that from the outset, his goal himself is just for at least to stop terrorism in Nigeria. Remember, in when he was there in his first time, either 2020 or early 2021, he actually came into Nigeria to rescue a missionary that was kidnapped. An American missionary flew all of the all of the jets and all that, and came in and successfully retrieved that guy, just one person. Dokuba he's an Islam guy and he's a political. Yeah, this guy only works for whoever pays his bill. Today is against Tinubu, and when they settle him, then it's for Tinubu. Yeah, show me the law. Nigeria has gone since 2014 after amalgamation. 1914, right? Yeah.
The lunatic United States of America had triggered more hate in Nigeria than had solved the problem.
Okay.
I listen to many people. Sometimes I get angry because when people are deliberately lying, they're lying.
Okay.
And they claim that they are men of God. And I think maybe they are playing with God. They're just playing with God.
Okay, we'll see that.
Thou shalt not take the name of thy Lord thy God in vain. They're using the name of God in vain. One of such character is this fellow they call Dasama. You are not the only person that can talk rubbish.
Okay.
evangelist or Pastor Dachamo or Ezekiel Dachamo. That guy is a pathetic and pathological liar. A liar from the pit of hell.
Again, I'm still trying to listen to it make sense because he's not been able to refute any of the statement that guy has made. So I'm still waiting. Hopefully we get a clear view of what he's talking about.
Over the years, there have been rivalry in the north, except people who don't study history. There have been conflict in the north. Tribal conflict along tribal lines, and this had metamorphosed into religious conflict.
Ah, but you just said that there's no... What are you talking about, bro? So it metamorphosized. It moved over from tribal to religion, but you just said there is no religious conflict. I mean, I'm not this...
And so when they talk about Christian genocide and they bring Tinubu inside that Christian genocide, I look at it and I ask myself, are these people well?
What? What's he talking about? Asare Dokubo, a man with no decision. How do we fight for Kanu? Choose prediction warning is unfolding before. Yeah, I mean, to be fair to Kanu, he did say that actually, like years ago, that all of these things happening now, he did say that. I just think for Kanu's case, it's gonna be more of diplomacy. It's gonna be more of diplomacy. And that's where I believe that the queen of Biafra, who is the wife of Ojukwu, at least works with Tinubu right now. And I think she has the ears of Tinubu. I think it's going to be diplomacy. That's the only thing. As I talk about a man with no decision, the guy is as confused as he comes. This animal that calls himself, okay, how on earth can you say the rev is like? Exactly, like, and then he's saying that people are putting Tinubu into it. People are putting Tinubu into it, not that Tinubu is in support of what is happening. Tinubu is the president. Okay? Tinubu is the president, so that's why. That's why Nigeria, everything scatter, right? Yeah. Again, I don't know what he's talking about.
I am not Tinubu's lawyer. I am not Tinubu's advocate. But when you look at Tinubu now, do you think Tinubu will have anything to do with religious crisis?
Nobody's saying he has anything to do with that. We're just saying he's the president. He needs to do his job.
His wife is a Christian. His son, Cheyi, that is everywhere. He's not a Muslim.
Oh, okay. She's not the queen of the hour. Okay. It's only Ojukwu that was recognized. Oh, fair point.
Which everybody knows. Tinubu himself knows. Cheyi is not a Muslim. His wife is not a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
His daughter, Mrs. Ojo.
Why is Ojukwu's wife mad? I think she has the ears of the president. I mean, someone asked me how Kanu, Nnamdi Kanu, right, how is going to get out. I mean, it's only going to be diplomacy at this point. It's only going to be diplomacy. That's what I think would happen. You should hold him responsible. Yeah, I saw that video. Yeah, he never had peace. Since when MNK took the fight from this Mumu, he never had peace of mind. The good boy said we should hold him responsible. I remember that. It's crazy.
Even though she's a Muslim, she's married to a Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we tell ourselves just the raw truth? And people are afraid to talk. I saw that stupid, idiotic Igbo man who had been talking on channel. They bring him to shoot out hate.
Who is that? I don't even know that one. I don't know what he's talking about.
He's not talking about the killings going on in Igbo land. Many Igbo towns and villages have been reduced to rubble. Desolate, they cannot go home. That is the truth of the matter. These liars are everywhere on television station talking rubbish.
This is crazy, bro.
You are talking. Where have you been attacked?
What? Oh, so he should wait till he's attacked before he talks. Is it a submission that there are no attacks against places of worship? Is that his submission? None of these men are, unfortunately, and that's why Nigeria is where we are. None of these men are responsible. Yeah.
We know it. We have first-hand information about what is happening, and the government know these things.
The moment the guy put the glass on, you would think he wants to say something that makes more sense. You have the information about what is happening, but you've not been able to solve this problem for the past 15 years. But Trump tweeting is the cause of the problem that we've had for the past 15 years. Of course, the tweet could have triggered some, effect, and it's just, it's just what it is. Yeah.
The government know this thing. So if Birom and Hausa people are fighting, Birom and Hausa people are fighting in the north.
It is well.
If Birom and Hausa people are fighting in the north, how does that translate? How does that translate to Christian-Muslim genocide? Do we not know how the Gom Jos was appointed? We don't know how the Gom Jos was appointed. Was he appointed from Birom Hol Jos? What of the Jarawas? Who are almost majority Muslims? Is it not Sadwana Sokoto, a Sokoto man, a Fulani, a Muslim, that appointed his private secretary as the first Gom Jos? When there was agitation for Emir of Jos. People don't read this, so they don't know anything. They come to lie.
Can I carry gun and go to war? He only knows how to talk. It is just crazy. It's making me want to throw off. Yeah, I mean, he's the guy comes out and speaks some stuff about the state of the country and all that, and you just want to also put that into perspective and talk about that. It's just crazy. These are the people that these are the decision maker, and he has some influence. He has some influence, and that's the problem. UK fans have watched behind the scene premiere. You can stop posting it online. I spent over $1 billion on that project. You are not helping, you are promoting. Okay, and that's the case. Trump was given the Peace Award today by FIFA. We know that he's also going to be hosting, together with, I think, Canada and maybe Mexico, I'm not so sure, the 2026 World Cup. How come the family of the kidnapped couple seem more interested in gathering evidence against Harrison even before everything happened? I'm not saying they're lying, neither am I saying they're telling the truth. I just wonder why they are so focused on getting evidence against someone who was trying to help them. I still don't understand what is happening.
Harrison Gwanuchu, he voice there for QT page. I come dey wonder, how na take we just think to say, oh yeah, me will call Harrison kidnapper, say money not complete, set record the voice, like to record them. Una they gather evidence against someone happen. I don't understand.
Me too, I don't understand. And that's why I'm not gonna stand for anyone here, Harrison or VDM. I don't know. But the whole thing doesn't make sense to me. How someone that was called to help. Again, this is also what happens when the government is dysfunctional. When the government is dysfunctional, like now content makers and bloggers and all of those are the ones like, you know, trying to make decisions. This one is saying I was the one that called the police to arrest the guy. That guy is saying that there are some things I cannot divulge now because of the operation. Meanwhile, the man is still in the kidnapper's net.
I'm not
crazy.
saying the family is lying, like I said before. That guy will come and come do video. I'm not saying he's lying, neither am I saying he's telling the truth. But the whole thing is a little bit shady.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Una dey record voice. Una don't carry camera come out. Una quick come do video. When he reach person, we can rescue una, we can help una. Una not do video when they carry una sister and una brother.
Yeah, we didn't see them.
It's a little bit shady, oh. The thing it's not clear to me. For real. Yeah. Now, since they donate money for Harrison, I don't they read. Many I don't they choke. Like, what is it? I go wait. May Harrison come and come talk.
Yeah, he spoke, but he said he can't say a lot, right? Which I kind of agree, because if you're doing that business, number one, you're even putting your life on the line. And again, they call you for that case. So it's not as if Harrison is that individual that told the kidnappers to do stuff. And again, this is Nigeria. I'm not saying that he did or he didn't do anything. But I'm just saying the whole thing looks shady. Then VDM came out this morning to say I was the one that called the police to arrest him. And I'm like, but the kidnappers have not been arrested. The man that was kidnapped is still in the kidnappers' net. So what are we guiding towards? I don't know.
I'm not saying the family, they are lying, no. Neither am I saying they are telling the truth. But I will wait for Harrison to come use the mouth talk, say, okay, see what happen. Before I'm like, okay, we really need to be careful.
Wow.
With everybody, for real. The family, people with the kina, all of una. Person need to be very careful. You dey feel me? Because I don't understand. For me, I feel saying since they donate money, where that lady, where the UK for here, take come and say, let's donate for Harrison. Thank you, everyone. Now, una don't they be like, hey, it's going to be at the top now. It's going to be at the top now. Nobody they top, oh. Everybody they level for their field. Everybody they do well for their own corner. Nobody needs you. They don't need you. They don't need me. I don't need you. I feel say nobody needs anybody. Everybody shall they do well for their feet. I don't know what jealousy pass enter since they donate money.
Yeah, I mean, that's a point. I don't know. I don't really know. It's just crazy. My brother in the UK found out that he's not the biological father. Oh, again. I mean, that one is not in news now. It's a lot of stuff is happening. So again, it is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. About the way AI is becoming a problem right now. See what our footballers are doing. AI. Okay, see that? Now we're getting to the point where we just have to be careful with this AI thing. Can you imagine? AI is getting really, really crazy right now. Yeah, let me see. We'll see what happens. VDM is questionable. I believe he has hiding package. I don't know really, because it's just kind of, it's just kind of funny how all these things just kind of, come together and it just becomes a bigger problem. Yeah, that's it. I listened to this morning. Let me see if this is Tubaba. Like the guy is going through a lot, but he's saying that he's okay. So I mean, I'll take his word for it, because he's not a young guy anymore. He should be able to handle this issue. But again, if anybody's surprised that this is happening, then I don't know, because from the get-go, we knew that what he was entering into was not just a very easy stuff. But we'll see what's happening. Let me see if I can play this one.
This whole thing has gotten dangerously out of hand.
Yeah, sure thing.
I'm not just gonna be quiet anymore. I feel I have to say some facts here.
Someone said they should remove the glasses. Let's see the face.
I'm a grown man, and I believe I have the right to be whoever I want to be.
Yeah, sure.
You understand? My family has, in trying to say they want to save me or say they want to help me, they have actually destroyed me.
The family destroyed you?
And they have killed somebody's daughter's character. Like they've just literally killed somebody. Because Natasha is getting death threats.
I mean, who is sending death threats to Natasha? I don't know. Like, who will be sending death threats to? I mean, and it went on and on and on and on and all that. Two-Face family petition IGP accuses Natasha of assault, what, financial misappropriation, and bigamy. What the hell does that mean? So the family is going about and trying to save Two-Face, and Two-Face is saying that, you know what? There's nothing. I'm in charge of my life. That's crazy. That's crazy. Again, yeah, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. I mean, this thing is not even up to a year, and it's been a big problem. It's been a big problem. Okay, that's it. Please stop disturbing my tail. Let me see this.
Ago, we emphasized and we re-emphasized and we preached it every time and we made it, everybody knew about it. We said there are dirty things, there were dirty things on the television.
Oh, the old television thing. Yeah, that's fine. We should be good. President Buhari was honest, open, and sincere to Nigeria. He did not sneak around with the presidency in his pocket while dealing with health challenges. He obeyed the constitution, informed the National Assembly, and completely handed over to Vice President Osinbajo to run the country as the deemed fit. President Muhammad Okechukwu Adewale Buhari is the patron. What is it she talking about? Buhari isn't a saint, but is a man of impeccable integrity. This is ADC, loyalty and incorruptible, unlike the Lord of Bodilon, who has a penchant for criminal and betrayal. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. I have some bookmarked stuff here that I just want to go through. Let me see if I can get that out. Did you guys hear about what's happening with Somalia in the United States of Somali immigrants in the United States of America? How Trump is really, they're looking into what's been happening in there. And it's really, really crazy. Okay.
The real terrorist is in the air.
Oh, bigamy is, yeah, marry more than one husband. Yeah. Okay. SDP leader Adebayo exposes Tinubu Boko Haram, warns Nnamdi Kanu case would backfire on Nigeria. Okay.
Yes. They feel less secure. They feel particularly unsafe. They feel inconvenienced. They feel uncertain. They feel fearful. And they feel abandoned. And you will see that the security policies haven't worked. There's no one who has the confidence to hail a commercial transport without thinking of one chance. There's no one who wants to travel in the night that his family members will not take to a psychiatric hospital. You think I've really lost your mind? while you're traveling at night. But even traveling the day has become something in which you have to be a prayer warrior. And if you manage to make it back home, you will meet empty store in your house. No food. And if you are not careful, if you go back to work, your employer will tell you there's no money to pay for the salary. And if you get the salary, it can't buy you anything. And if you are complaining, majority of people surrounding you will say, oh, you are lucky to even have a job. So start with. People live in poor housing condition, no electricity, no water. Even internet broadband is getting worse.
Okay, that's a lot of problems, right? Yeah.
Hey, 2027, I want to be in Eagle Square announced. Tinubu is gone.
Looking at what...
Okay, May 29, 2027, he wants Tinubu gone. Okay. How do you achieve that?
The issue of insecurity, which is the paramount thing now, and the Constitution talks about the cardinal responsibility of any responsible government is the protection of lives and property. We are discussing negotiating with terrorists here and there. They release today, they go back and pick again. How do you feel as a Nigerian?
There is no negotiation with terrorists. What you have are official terrorists and bush terrorists having a conversation.
Official terrorists meaning the politicians, bush terrorists meaning the real terrorists. Okay.
So what you call negotiation is the discussion about sharing formula between the official terrorists who bring the money and the unofficial terrorists in whose name they are collecting the money. It's a racket. They are running a racket in front of you. There's a lot of money in government, and insecurity is one way to collect it without receipts.
Okay.
That's what they are doing. They're just scamming the Nigerians. There is no insecurity in the land that Nigerian armed forces and Nigerian police cannot get rid of under a good presidential system, under a good presidency. They will get rid of it. What they are doing is just scamming you. Just that they are constructing roads to nowhere. They are building bridges that will never finish. There are a lot of projects in the sky. They found out that all other projects, you ask them, where's the road? Where's the bridge? Where's the school? But if they inundate you with insecurity, you cannot, and they say they are rescuing 500 children, and 500 billion is gone. You cannot ask for receipts. If they are in the bushes, exchanging food and drinks.
Okay, those praising Buhari to be reasonable and Uber terrorists in Nigeria should reduce tribalism, as they're saying. Unfortunately, Buhari's time was quite, was quite unfortunate, and that's what I would say. It was just bad, and this guy went on and on and on talking about how bad Nigeria is.
And if Nigerians don't understand.
Yeah. So again, all these opposition leaders, I just feel like it's just quite it's just quite unfortunate, and that's just it. Yeah, let me see. Auntie Esther 2023. Auntie Esther carried everyone's goal. Watch her speak fluently here. Okay. Tesla rose to fame through her trends, offering market shopping services, angling for deals. Okay, and picking fresh produce for busy clients. They resurface our 2 Kobo podcast. Oh, she resurfaced our 2 Kobo podcast clip shows her describing client tricks and vendor trips, prompting some to praise her smooth natural speech as proof of fluency, while other questions if it means standard grammar. Actually, a mix of pidgin, simple English in post add to the charm of her. Okay.
Go to them, and then I go to them. They take me to different places.
They
you
will
know
not
that.
even take you where you
Some
can get
people,
I don't know
some
what this is.
customer, we have
But
the
she's trending.
customer. Some want fresh, no rotty one inside.
Yes,
and
I'm
some
like that.
how their money reach. That is what you will buy for them. And they will take me to each place. This is the price. This is the price. This is the price. And I give them money to buy me price. And even if I don't have customer, I go there to play with them. And I even give them something. Say, oh yeah, buy something. And their prayer alone works a lot. That is what, because they are elderly person.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks. If you've not liked this channel, please do help subscribe, and I'm gonna see you later today. Thanks for watching, everyone, and have a good morning. Bye, and have a good day. Bye.